Hello, and welcome to this Super Metroid Randomizer Crowd Control race. I'm joined today by Metroid Master.
Hello there. How goes?
I'm doing really well. I'm super excited to see this. We also have Giarbo running tracking. Now, tonight, we have a really interesting race. So this is a Super Metroid randomizer, so all the item locations have been shuffled around. This is actually a Varia randomizer, so it might be it might be different if you're used to the dash seeds that we've been seeing thus far in the tournament. In that we do not start with the nerf charge. It is a full item randomizer, so any item can show up anywhere. Although we do have... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, it's going to make things very, very interesting.
Absolutely. We do have early morph, so we're not going to be on sort of this 10-minute long hunt just to find the initial morph ball. But it will be interesting. We're going to have to see runners make a lot more checks than you've been seeing in these tournament matches. But that's not the interesting part. The interesting part is that crowd control. And so the way that crowd control works is that if you use the extension within Twitch, then you can use bits to receive coins. You can also get 50 coins by default, and you can cash those coins in to do some various interesting effects to our runners, either helping them out or, as is much more fun, hurting them in various ways. I'm personally a fan of getting a hug from the baby Metroid. It'll make our runners move around as though they have the baby Metroid from the end of the game attached to them.
So obviously they're just going to be very slow. They're not going to be jumping very high. As it is, the runners are off. Keku looks like he's going into Brinstar already.
Yep, but both runners. The beginning of this going to be pretty similar to how you would normally start really any Super Metroid game, except without that Ceres station. And we do see Morph as a vanilla location. You will also notice on both of their screens that elevators have been accelerated, as well as door transitions. That's just a little neat Varia patch to help things move a little bit faster, also removing item fanfares.
So it looks like Keku has found power bombs. He's going to check another location. Gets a nice little energy tank.
Yep. I believe Keku found super missiles there.
Oh, is it super? Oh, yeah, you're right. It's super missiles. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and so super missiles. It's something I really like to see early on, especially in a full rando seed. It just opens up a lot of checks. As soon as the runners find power bombs, they're going to feel a lot more comfortable. And once you have one super missile pack and one power bomb pack, you still want more ammunition, obviously, but you're not going to be worried about being gated behind any green or orange doors.
It just very much opens up the world for you to explore.
Right. Power bombs also being significantly better in randomizers because you're not expecting to necessarily find bombs at the beginning of the game. All right.
Speaking of which, Keku seems to be making their way towards Bomb Torizo? No, decides to, not sure what Keku's planning.
It's possible they had their D-pad inverted.
Possibly. It looks like they're out of super missiles. So I believe Keku is trying to farm to be able to open the missile door.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the super drop rate is on those bugs, but I know it would be significantly better to just go back to the ship. So question in the chat asking if you can mess with just one runner or both. You can mess with both runners. If you go to the little crowd control extension, right there at the top you should see two icons representing the two players, and you just need to click and highlight whichever one you want to mess with or help out, as the case may be.
So it looks like Necrozero has decided to give Keku a flash suit. That doesn't seem like it's popped up quite yet.
We'll have to see. Flash suit being one of those things that might seem like a boon. Oh, yep, there's the flash suit. So flash suit might seem like it's a boon, and when you expect to have one, it certainly is. But you can definitely run into some interesting situations.
So Keku making very quick work of the bomb Teresa. JC starting his fight.
And Keku having a little bit of trouble with movement there.
Looks like they're gonna go save back at the ship. JC going for Alcatraz, gets it first try.
Oh, that's great to see. Even doing as simple a trick as Alcatraz while you're in the middle of a crowd control a crowd control race can be terrifying.
I don't know. I still have a hard time with Alcatraz myself, so I wouldn't call it simple. I guess simpler to some.
That's definitely a fair point. It's definitely sort of one of those one of the gatekeepers within Super Metroid speedrunning, being one of the first tricks you learned that is just for pure time save. Keku finding another super missile pack.
Looks like JC's trying to climb up to Gauntlet.
Yeah.
We'll see if this plays out well.
I'm not really sure what the plan is. You can't get through Gauntlet with just one power bomb pack.
Maybe he's expecting to
I guess
another one.
I guess if you just Ooh.
Oh.
That's gonna be death.
And JC takes a death.
Yeah, if you can react quickly enough, then you can super the Yapping Maw and hopefully save yourself, but it requires some quick thinking. Keku, checking the two items at the end of Gauntlet, finds supers and a power bomb pack. So not going to be inclined to check Gauntlet anytime soon. Probably willing to just take the risk that the first item in Gauntlet is nothing.
JC deciding to also forgo Gauntlet.
I think that's a very good decision. And discovers a super pack at Terminator. This seed being pretty magnanimous with supers early on. If this is the normal Varia settings, then it will have a significantly higher portion of super missiles and bombs than just vanilla Super Metroid.
All right. Keku finding a few missile packs. And another super missile pack. I guess we're gonna go check some of the early animals.
Yep, Edakun's being a pretty natural progression route. You get to check 3 items in total. Oh, Keku just barely making it with that down grab. That is always terrifying. Especially in normal Super Metroid, where you have just that 6.6 second item fanfare to wait through. JC having a little bit of trouble, gets the mock ball though. Keku showing off some nice damage boosts here to get through a room that has plagued a lot of Super Metroid players very quickly.
Always love the Edakuns singing the item get fanfare before they start their wall jump sequence.
Yeah, it's great. Keku getting the mock ball out of that room. Notable not just because mock balls will help you go faster in Morph, but by using a mock ball there, you actually avoid falling back down. So it's a nice little time save.
JC also making his way to animals. Decides to skip over the missile tank and pick it up on the way back. Doesn't grab the one in the room, though.
Yeah, at the point where I have 25 missiles, I'm inclined to start skipping missiles. Perhaps not as much with item fanfares turned off, but it's not completely free to pick up an item with item fanfares turned off. But
Ooh.
Keku will be grabbing that plasma. Plasma being very useful throughout the entire game. Makes dealing with most enemies much easier, and should he find charge, will be able to use that beam to take down bosses very quickly. If he finds X-Ray as well, can perform a trick known as microwaving on Phantoon, Batwoon, and Dragon. And so that'll be a neat time save. So at this point, I think we can definitely expect Keku to pick up an X-Ray he finds. But right now, he does find Gravity Suit behind Wavegate. And so he's going to be very thrilled about that.
There was also an interesting super missile shot that he took to be able to get through that wave gate.
Right, yeah, so that trick is known as the reverse green gate glitch. And the way it works, it is exposition perfect. And so if you fire a super missile at just the right point, it will actually end up such that it is to the left of the wave gate in one frame, and then to the right of it in another, so is actually able to open that gate even without having wave beam.
He also finds his X-ray visor.
Right, yeah, so that's super exciting. As long as we find charge, I think we can definitely expect to see some fried shrimp.
See, I like frying my shrimp with the grapple beam, but it is a bit slower.
Definitely. I love running GT Classic just because I get to microwave those bosses. Looks like JC skipping the side hopper's room for now. We might expect to see him go back up once he has a bit more health. At this point, if he gets hit with that middle hopper, that is just game over.
Keku with a nice red tower climb.
Yep, and a lovely D-boost there. Keku definitely pulling an early lead, which is why I think we need to see some people in the chat making the game a bit harder for him.
And
oh my goodness. This is a very interesting seed.
Remember, with crowd control, you could take away Keku's beams, you could take away his gravity suit, which makes Meridia very fun.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I didn't quite see. Did Keku check the item behind Alpha Power Bombs?
I believe he did.
Okay. Yeah, the timing can feel a bit differently without those item fanfares in there. Taking a save, always good to, always good to take as many saves as possible in crowd control.
Oh no,
JC and JC taking an unfortunate death there. Those spikes can be really difficult to deal with if you get stuck in there and you don't have high jump.
I think Keku could use a hug from the baby. What do you think?
I think I want to see if he goes to Spring Ball skip, and I think that would be, or tries to use Spring Ball to cross moat, and I think that would be a lovely time. So if you put in a hug from the baby right now, I think lovely flash suit there. Yeah, if you put in a hug from the baby right now, I think that would be just wonderful.
Alright, let's see what the moat looks like.
Ooh, get that spring ball jump across. Spring ball jump, I know Keku being very well versed with randomizers. If you know the setup, that spring ball jump is actually pretty free. and a much more desirable option compared to the continuous wall jump.
Keku finding the grapple beam. Uh-oh.
Oh, and there we have Keku losing a suit. Gonna struggle a little bit there.
Oh,
falls
into
back into the water.
Let's see if JC can get this opportunity to catch up.
All right, Keku checking spooky missiles before wrecked ship is on. A very easy check to make before fighting Phantoon, but after you defeat Phantoon, this room is just absolutely miserable to go through. I believe we saw it be the bane of Apathy Duck the other night in a double anti-bingo game.
Oh, that is a rough time. And we have a baby hug.
Ooh, that I expect Keku to just wait a little bit and not attempt to go into Phantoon with a baby hug. But we'll see what he opts to do.
It'll make for an interesting fight. Depending on how long that baby hug lasts. Alright, we have
he's just going for it.
He's got this like little half grin.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and in a crowd control race like this, you just have to be a good sport about it.
Looks like we got a pretty slow pattern from Phantoon.
Yep. Thankfully, though, being able to use that microwave beam, as mentioned earlier, misses the kill, though.
I mean, we're having fried octopus tonight, so...
I think it's elephant.
Is it elephant?
I mean, I'm pretty sure, assuming Project M is canon, that, like, even the developers of Metroid don't know what the heck Phantoon is. They can't control it.
It is indeed a thing.
But yeah, if you are just tuning in right now, this is a crowd control race, and if you go to the little crowd control overlay on Twitch, then you can give our runners all sorts of fun effects. You can also, if you go to the coins tab, you can claim 50 free coins. If two people should opt to do so together, they could, for example, send a nice little hug from the baby Metroid over to Keku. He could use the love. Just extend it a little bit. Yes,
Keku
for
slowly
50 coins, you can also get one. You can also get one spike suit. If you don't have enough coins for a particular effect, you can. There is a function to pool your money so that multiple people can work together to get some of these more interesting effects, we'll say.
Ooh, Keku finding high jump boots. Keku is just making short work of these rooms.
Alright, and 3 energy tanks at this point has enough to beat the game, although I'm sure he'll want to be a bit safer. Taking a save before Spiky Death Room, I think that's a very wise choice.
Oh gosh, this room. Forget even trying to do it without gravity.
Yeah, having both gravity and high jump boots makes it nice. See, Keku here, having gravity suit, very easy to make this check. Doesn't want those missiles, just resets. Another perk of taking that save room.
JC opting to go for Kraid. Really get the quick kill.
Yeah, so one of the major route deviations we'll see in randomizers is whether the runner will opt to go wreck ship first or go down to Norfair. Going to wreck ship can be a bit more dangerous, and if you aren't as comfortable with the various ways to cross moat, can be very difficult.
Uh-oh, what's going on with JC? Oh, okay.
Yeah, having a bit of trouble there.
Probably just marking something in a tracker, maybe.
Could be. Accidentally says no to that save. Gonna have to exit the room and come back in. Keku taking the long walk back across the attic just to check this singular item. I've seen some runners in a race setting try to skip this item, and I've also seen it go disastrously. In this case, just finding some power bombs. Getting some nice clips through there, though.
JC opting to take those refills there.
Alright, and we have Keko. It doesn't currently have speed booster, so just going to check this item right here, finds a power bomb. Now he knows under no circumstances will he be coming back to wreck ship once he leaves.
Uh-oh, JC's got a hug from the baby.
Ooh, that is going to make Kraid quick kill difficult, if not impossible.
We will see very soon. I'm not sure if you can actually jump off of those creatures. I think you actually
yeah, they have some pretty weird properties. You can notably also K-go through them because they are creatures, which is very annoying.
Kegu having a little difficulty staying with the platform.
Yeah, actually following these platforms up, not a strategy you're going to be using in any Super Metroid category.
Oh no, and he killed it!
Yeah.
Alright, JC finishing off Kraid.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Keku try and get up to the location with a spring ball, with a spring ball jump. Just finding JC just finding missiles behind Kraid.
That's unfortunate.
But yeah, I'm curious to see if we'll get to the point where Keku just decides to give up on this solitary item check.
Otherwise, Keku might have to reset the room. If Keku had normal bombs, it would work. I think he's just trying to see what's up there, but it's...
Yeah, I think he could definitely get far enough up there to check if he just did a spring ball jump, or if he had a well-timed flash suit,
which people could pay for. I'd say at this point I would have given up and
yeah, Keku going for the spring ball jump now. trying to find the setup. Yeah, and now we'll be spring ball jumping once more to just check what the item is. It's just a missile, of course.
So see, all that time wasted for a missile. JC getting another hug in Norfair. Alright, and now we're bowling. I wonder how devastating a baby hug would be in bowling.
Makes it through, fortunately.
JC checking up on high jump. Wonder what he'll find. Super missile!
Yeah, and so that Varya pickup from JC is really nice. So he's going to be able to just go through bubble Norfair without much issue at all. Don't believe that he has high jump though. So hopefully he knows some of the setups for the wall jumps and D-boost. Just gonna check Croc missile real quick. Finds an E-tank.
Might find that useful.
Yeah. Now going for the ice check. There are actually two checks that you can make here. First grabbing ice and then going down below and checking the item right before Croc Speedway. Oh, fine screw attack at ice. So that is going to help significantly, especially once he does get to lower Norfair.
All right. JC dropping down. Might want to get him some health though. Maybe the chat might be willing to help him out with that.
Yeah.
Or you can go for that E-tank that's right there.
Will attempt to go for that E-tank. Unfortunately falls all the way down. You can still jump up above, shoot it and fall into it though. Having a little bit of trouble with wall jumps. This can be a bit of a tricky room to navigate and one that many runners will not be used to. Yeah, grabs that E-tank. Ooh, and manages to jump out of there.
Well played.
It can be really difficult to jump on those crumble blocks.
Keku finally deciding to go check Gauntlet.
And finding Ice Beam.
So maybe JC was right to try to check Gauntlet first. Unfortunately, he just wasn't able to make it through to that first item.
Yeah, for sure. If JC will opt to eventually go back and check Gauntlet, then that screw attack that he has.
Keku needs to watch his health. It's looking mighty low there.
Yep, and wants those supers. Probably not looking to pick up any power bombs for the remainder of this run, though, being at 30. Even if I'm looking to do lower Norfair with just Gravity Suit, that's plenty.
This reverse Terminator looked interesting. They decided, I think I'm going to go elsewhere.
Yeah. So chat asking what the runner's routes have been. Keku opted for an early wrecked ship, while JC took an unfortunate death early on, and so is playing a little bit of catch up. Ooh, just misses that Alpha Spark. But JC opting for Kraid and then some of the Norfair checks. Looks like he might be trying to go back up to wrecked ship right now. Ooh, I didn't. Yeah, JC just got something. I think it might have been a flash suit. I couldn't quite read it in time.
We'll see if he uses it to make his way back up Red Tower.
Whereas it looks like
He might have to turn his
Keku
attack off to be able to climb.
Yeah. It is possible to just go for the wall jump and fire the shot as you're rising up, but very difficult.
He takes the hero shot approach. Doesn't quite get the wall jumps though.
Yeah, this wall jump's a little bit tricky without high jump boots.
Oh no!
Just not in time though.
Yeah, trying to do the Red Tower climb just wall jumping is stupid difficult at times. Especially with how Super Metroid's wall jump mechanics work.
Yep. Looks like Keku going back, presumably checking Billy Mays here.
That means it is about my time if he does.
Yeah, so Billy Mays, so named for having 2 items in it. One of them being hidden.
Let's see, and hi, Billy Mays here with an energy tank. But wait, there's more! I'll throw in an extra super missile pack at no extra charge.
So certainly not what Keku was looking for, going out of his way for Billy Mays' room. The E-Tank definitely going to be appreciated, though.
Yeah, no, I could always appreciate having more health and just more survivability in, like, any game.
Yeah. I would not be surprised to see Keku stop picking up even supers fairly soon. Having that ice charge plasma is really nice. Going to make any fight much more expedient. Mother Brain on supers alone takes 60 supers total, if I'm not mistaken.
Which gets rather silly.
Yep, so we have a reminder in chat. Everyone tuning into the stream can claim 50 free coins one time to help either give either runner a small buff or disadvantage, or to pool their coins with other viewers in order to work towards much more interesting effects. Keku going for some quick grapples here to check X-Ray. Looked like he went for the deboost setup, didn't quite get it.
It still works out. Alright, let's see what we find.
And meanwhile, JC having unfortunately wasting that flash suit would have been really nice to cross moat here. Doesn't have spring ball, so he,
Sock Monster being very generous,
yeah.
giving him another flash suit.
Alright, so yeah, that's going to help JC out greatly.
JC might be able to find the item he needs to get in there. Looks like he's a little happy to find that grappling beam.
Yeah, grappling beam can be helpful in certain places with movement, and also obviously provides for a quick Dragon kill.
Now he just needs to find that gravity that we saw earlier.
Meanwhile, it looks like Keku maybe wants to go into Meridia now.
I thought he dropped a power bomb in the glass tube.
He did. So the glass tube doesn't actually break until you perform any sort of action.
Ah, okay.
Right. Yeah, and so Keku just checking the 2 item locations here. Both of them just having missiles, so not going to concern himself with picking those up. Gets a nice little moonfall down. And next I think we can expect a Mama Turtle check.
Would make sense.
We'll see how Keku chooses to navigate this room. Yeah, just going for the wall jump into grapple, picking up a super pack. And the other location having an E-tank. With Keku's current health, definitely going to want to pick that up. And now Keku not too far off from being able to perform stand-up glitch.
Also, Keku has not found Varia yet.
Right, I'm trying to remember where Varia was. Was it at Spazer?
I thought it was at High Jump. No.
It's possible. Regardless, it was on the way to Norfair. JC currently going through his Fantoon fight.
It's unfortunate that JC has not yet found charge.
Has found charge, hasn't found plasma, so can't microwave
plasma was
Fantoon.
the issue.
Right. Just gonna take things slow. Has a pretty cozy Fantoon fight with that screw attack. And Varia.
Gerbo has just told us that he believes Varia was in the room before High Jump.
Okay, at High Jump missiles. That checks out. And so it's possible Keku won't find Varia for a while. JC needs to be conscious of his health right now.
It's very low. Okay, there we go. That was close.
Yeah, it is possible that Keku might skip Varia entirely. We'll have to see. I believe with these Varia settings, Keku will still take heat damage until he finds Varia, but it will be halved.
Interesting, JC's farming strat here. Even though he was one shot away, was he just waiting to have more health?
Oh, and that's why we have face cams here. Get some extra missiles though. And Keku going for snail climb. Gets it immediately, able to use that X-ray to just make sure he gets the right position for the snail.
That is a interesting clip that I've never actually seen before.
Yeah, it definitely has limited application, but it does, as you've just seen, have application. Now we'll be going for Metroid clip. With that ice plasma, shouldn't have any issues. Ooh!
So kill some Metroid instead.
Yeah, was that a double hit?
Yeah, I think he shot twice.
I'm not sure if he shot twice or if the plasma beam, because the plasma beam travels through enemies, so it can hit the same enemy twice. Gets it with that second Metroid though. Meanwhile, JC currently working through his wrecked ship cleanup as we see Keku perform a lovely microwave on Botswoon.
Poor Botswoon, never saw it coming.
Alright, and Botswoon E-Tank just having missiles.
Be interesting if someone gave Kekuman a flash suit just for the full happy, but I suppose not.
JC struggling with that spiky death room a little bit. Definitely harder if you don't have gravity suit, which JC unfortunately has not found yet. Ooh, Keku having a little bit of trouble with the sand.
Oh, wow. That was a very brave damage boost off the spikes.
Yeah, with this amount of health, I don't think Keku's worried about it.
Keku's going for the...
But a reminder that you can give our very skilled strats, or our very skilled runners, a lot of trouble with strats they normally find easy through the crowd control features. For example, right now, as Keku entering the Dragon fight, just going for a quick microwave here.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, doing a fun little dance with the Dragon babies.
Gotta love how moonwalking works.
Yep, and without that wave, not quite being able to get a 1-round Dragon. Gets the 2-round though, cleans it up nicely. Meanwhile, JC about to enter Attic. I'm curious with this item set what Attic strat he will attempt. I wouldn't be surprised to see just going through and attempting to screw attack all the enemies.
I could see that. It looks like that's what he's going for.
And it looks like he just received 5 missiles. Might help with the ammo count a little bit.
Oh, Kekuman doing a gravity jump this time to escape.
Yep, a pretty fast option. And hopefully we'll have a bit more ease escaping Coliseum than the entry.
Lots of spike boosting there. Metroid's not letting up on him though.
Keku thinking about the plasma check. Possible he'll go back there after checking both sand pits. I'm curious to see if we'll get to say hi to our buddy Shaq Tool in this run.
I don't know. Unless they think Shaq 2 is holding something important, maybe.
Yeah, Keku does have ice for the Puyo clip, should he so desire. Yeah, so Keku gonna save here. If sand pits don't have anything, he'll just reset and check the other one.
JC opting to play bowling room safe. I would imagine you had plenty of health for it, though.
Yeah, it looks like receiving 100 health though as well. That'll help a little bit. Ooh, Keku will happily take that speed booster. And it looks like he's making his way over to Shaq Tool. just going for the high jump in there. It is pretty tight, but he gets it. No struggle at all.
Excellent wall jumps. Funny enough, as just like a Metroid Zero Mission runner, I've always had like the hardest time doing wall jumps in Super Metroid as compared to
oh yeah, they're completely different timing. Yeah, Super Metroid wall jumps definitely being a lot easier once you can sort of get the timing. Like, I've seen people in Zero Mission and Fusion go for those single wall jumps, and it really impresses me as a Super Metroid runner.
You could always give Zero Mission a try sometime. It's a rather fun speed game.
Maybe I will. Meanwhile, Keku, not going for, not trying to make Shaq Tool just a little bit faster with a snail. Yeah, spending more time trying to see what Spring Ball is than maybe if he had just initially checked it. I believe that you can use X-Ray to check that item if you get the screen to scroll correctly.
It just doesn't always like to cooperate.
Right.
JC opting to check Brain Tank.
Yeah, it's a very quick check, especially if you have Screw Attack. Looks like he might be going for Billy Mays right now, going to find his E-Tank and Super Missile, I believe it was.
Now the question is, do I do the line again? If he checks it, do I do the line again?
That is the question. Meanwhile, Keku making the plasma check. Ooh, looks like JC. That's right. Because of that death, JC never came back for that ceiling E-Tank. Ooh, lays that mock ball just a hair short. Having a little bit of trouble destroying that block with Screw Attack. Perhaps doesn't know that you actually have to perform a turnaround before you reach the block for Screw Attack to sort of activate. Just uses a Power Palm to get through, though.
Alright. Also, to note, we only have 15 minutes left in this crowd control race. Unfortunately, we were a little short on time. So, get your torture in while you can. And coins will carry over to other crowd control races that will be happening this week.
Absolutely, but if you've been saving any coins for you specifically in this race, now is the time to use them.
Also, tomorrow starts the SpeedGaming Live Marathon that goes on SpeedGaming 2.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be very exciting to see. Oh no. And a little hug from the baby Metroid for JC.
I will say, at least we get a nice stylish moonwalk out of it.
Yeah, thankfully. Oh no! And Synek killing JC. How long has it been since he saved? All the way back in Wreck Ship. That really hurts.
Oh no.
Meanwhile, Keku on the left sandpit now, not finding anything of note. With that, likely just going to exit Meridia.
So I guess the real question is, will Keku have enough time to fight and beat Ridley? I would imagine there's not going to be quite enough time to finish the game, but we'll see.
I mean, at this point, I believe Keku still has to fight Kraid, so that's going to be a short detour. I don't really foresee him fighting Kraid after Ridley.
I actually legitimately forgot that he still hasn't fought Kraid yet.
Yeah, going for Kraid right now. Very low on health. Just going to quickly check. Doesn't want that power bomb at a hefty 40 power bombs currently. I think that's more than you could ever want or need.
Oh, that was close. Those spikes would have hurt.
Interesting. Goes for the power bomb for some lag reduction. Lining up for the Kraid quick kill right now.
And nails it.
Lovely to see.
A little arm waggling for style. Oh no, JC also falling down. JC also opting to skip the missile.
Alright, and now Keku going to be making his way down to Norfair. Still has to make all the checks here.
See if Keku finds the Varia suit.
Yeah, should be finding that right here.
There we go.
Almost skips over it.
JC opting to refill health.
Yeah, doesn't want that super. Is perfectly content at this point with 55. More than you can possibly get in the vanilla game. Ooh, and a couple of heals being sent JC's way. I believe this was the room where JC really struggled, and I believe took the death at the beginning of the game.
I think no, his first death was in Gauntlet.
Right. I believe he also died in one of those Brinstar rooms on the way to Norfair, though.
I think so. I wonder if JC knows the shot to pick up that gravity suit. Back in Brinstar.
Where is it?
It was in the side hopper room after wave gate.
Oh, reverse green gate glitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a strategy you will only see in randomizers and a couple select categories. I believe RBO uses it optimally if they're doing a single Norfair visit.
Oh wow!
And Keku nailing that lava dive.
I didn't think you could still get that wall jump without gravity suit.
Yes, you can. So that trick's called lava dive. It's used really any run where you need to access lower Norfair without having gravity suit. Useful in GT Classic, for example. where you're just trying to kill Kraid and then make your way over to Golden Chorizo as quickly as possible.
Of course.
And Keku struggling a bit there with movement, trying to get the Shine Spark across, eventually gives up and just decides to use Power Bombs. Yeah, and now would be a great time for anyone to turn off Keku's Varia suit.
Especially going through the worst room in the game. I've had in Plasma Room, I've had a Space Pirate jump like clean across the room on me before as I was trying to finish it off. It's the most annoying thing.
Yeah. And so Keku making his way through Amphitheater right now, being very careful, makes the wall jump up. Fairly low on health. I expect to see the save here. Not making any lower nor for escape checks before going down though. So right. I imagine with these 55 missiles, he's pretty confident about the Ridley fight.
I am seeing that we are at the 5-minute warning. So let's see if Keku can wrap up Ridley in 5 minutes. JC will be able to wrap up.
Yep. In the meantime, I'd like to thank both of these runners for participating in the crowd control race. I'd like to thank Giarbo for running tracking for this race, and Metroid Master for commentating with me.
Thank you very much for having me.
After this, we have a pretty extensive schedule. As you mentioned before, tomorrow we have the actual marathon going to be running over on SpeedGaming 2, and you won't want to miss that. And I believe right after this we have a Final Fantasy 1 randomizer with Groggy Dog and Life Reboot. So stick around for that. I know I will. Yeah, Keku about to enter Ridley right now. I bet we're gonna see a Crystal Flash here. Yeah.
Yeah, looks like it. I think the only time I've ever actually done a Crystal Flash, I got it by accident once. And I never knew how I got it again.
Yeah, so for that Crystal Flash, you have to have at least 10 of each ammo type, and hold angle up, angle down, down, and X. And you can do some interesting shenanigans with it, but Keku using it for its intended mode of just refilling your health. Keku actually going for some charge shots here. Really interesting considering the 42 super missiles. Right, yes, chat pointing out you do need 11 power bombs in total because you are laying one. Chat also asking why the sub-weapon UI for the missiles, supers, and power bombs is a bit different. Keku taking out that really very nice. But this is the Varia randomizer, and so that, just as a quality of life change, tells you the maximum number of each of missiles, super missiles, and power bombs you have. It's really nice for keeping mental track of what you have right now.
Yep. Alright, so I imagine we've only got a couple minutes left, so I don't know if we're going to have enough time for Keku to hop through Torian. But I think we can, in terms of progress, say Keku would be the winner for this race.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty safe call to make. Really unfortunate having to cut this short, but I'm very glad, very happy to have been here for the amount of race that we did see, and would just like to thank the runners, thank my co-commentator, thank my tracker, and thank everyone here for coming out and participating in this crowd control race. I highly recommend that you stick around for the Final Fantasy I randomizer after this. And any closing comments from you?
Not at the moment, actually. I'd say this was a very fun race. And it's definitely been fun commentating. I believe Giarbo has a few words to say. Oh, yep.
You guys can hear me, right?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I just wanted to say thank you for having me, SpeedGaming. It's always nice. And thank you for, coming and doing that Billy Mays impression too, Metroid Master.
Billy Mays here!
I enjoyed that.
Great.
And hopefully we will see you again for another Super Metroid Crowd Control randomizer.
All right, and on that note, be sure to follow everyone involved, and we will see you next mission.
See you next mission.
See you next mission.